But this time I'm gonna go this way. Down the other creepy
Although this
hallway.
passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Fuck. Good day everyone and welcome back to Stanley's Parable. I've been away for 2 weeks. I tried to get back as fast as possible and I just missed the 1 week mark. So it is 2 weeks since my previous video now, but I am back faster than I've been before in the previous couple of weeks, so that's a good thing. And the difficult thing is that exams are coming in, and as I mentioned in the previous video too, so that's what's making it a little bit difficult. But hopefully this will all turn around once we get to the holiday period, where we can then where I can then get some more gaming time, because you know it's the holidays. So but let's get starting with some Stanley's Parable, which I actually only made one video of. I think only played it that one time also, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what this game has more to offer.
Of a man named Stanley.
And I think maybe it restarts.
Stanley worked for a company.
Okay, we've watched that the previous time, and I think that's because there are different turnouts of the story depending on
All
where
of his co-workers were gone.
and how you
What
go.
could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Now we just need to remember all of this and what was going on. So we are going to the meeting room, which is somewhere around here. And not in there. Oh, is it here? Hello?
Stanley went around
No.
touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the
that door.
story in any way.
No. Okay then, we're gonna listen to the narrator. That's a room. Oh shit, there's a room in there. But none of these are working, which is fine. I don't need that. My keyboard is acting up a little bit. I don't know why.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, let's listen to the narrator and go to the left. I'm really glad this isn't a horror game. Would have been creepy as fuck. And there's the
Yet
meeting
there
room.
was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Okay, so what we're going to do now is go to our boss's office. That's the broom closet.
Stanley stepped
has
into the broom
nothing in it.
closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Is there really nothing in here? I felt like this would be cool if you could collect objects and craft shit.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his
Upstairs.
boss's office.
Upstairs we go then. Is it here? Nope. One more time. Oh, and that, now I remember. Oh, what the hell? The thing controls itself. Wait, I'm going to try something. There we go. It's a little bit better. Okay, what's going on here? And that door's locked. Now you go in here, and then there's the secret
Stepping
panel
into his manager's office,
that we tried the
Stanley
previous
was once
time,
again
and then
stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
there's a secret door
Shocked,
behind here.
unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley
There you
could get incredibly
Oh,
by
shit.
simply pushing random
Oh, yeah,
buttons
that's right,
on the
it's starting.
keypad. Stanley
here we
happened
go.
to input the correct code by sheer luck.
Uh-huh.
Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Oh, this is dark. Oh god. Oh shit. Sneaky place. We have a flashlight? Light? No? Seems like there should be something back here. But there isn't. So we're gonna take the elevator downstairs, which brings us to the room with all the screens and shit that we did visit in the previous video. But we're just gonna check out if there's another option that we can go to, because I remember we went to the screens the previous time, but we could have gone left.
Descending deeper into
So we're
the
gonna try
building,
that.
Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Getting creepier, as I think I remember from the
Stanley walked
previous
straight
time.
ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
And that's what we did the last time. But this time I'm gonna go this way. Down the other creepy
Although this
hallway.
passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Fuck. Still gonna go this way. Might get some fun out of it. I really hope there isn't a jump scare.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Yeah, but I'm gonna try and go this way, because we know what is the other way is gonna bring us.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward
Yes.
and willingly confront his death.
Yes. I wanna meet my death. Oh shit, I changed my mind. Holy shit. That door's still open. No. I'm gonna go forward, and hopefully this is all just a scheme to not make me go this way. Okay, I am actually gonna die. Okay, well that was oh no, I did not. Now where the oh shit. Okay, so he survived that fall.
As the machine whirred into motion
What the-
and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected.
Oh
that
God,
his
okay,
life had
that's
been
gonna
of
squish
no
us.
consequence whatsoever.
Just
Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted.
Oh my God,
this
no,
life
no, 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 no.
to his
No, no,
beloved
no, no, no.
short life.
Woo!
Farewell, Stanley.
That was close. Am I gonna go? Okay, no, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die so hard. I'm gonna. Okay, no.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone
Ew.
in his body, killing him instantly.
Oh, you got me there. Oh, you got me there. You had me freaked out for a second. Actually thought that was, oh. Hello? Okay, just move
And
towards
yet it
the
would be
big
just
letters.
a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office,
What?
as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
What the hell? Okay, so this is definitely new.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from
Do
the
you see?
moment he hit start?
I kind of see your point. This is a very psychological game, isn't it? That Stanley has always been dead from the moment that we started it. Obviously, this blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the two doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout the development, through the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. So this is where we start our office, and we go and we go and we go. And we go and we turn the corner, and we go 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 and we turn the corner again. And the corridor. The pacing of this opening section was important to get it right. This corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in a good time. Oh, and that's the choice you have to make between the two doors. What does it say? The set of two open doors was the very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction this room posed. This is very, very psychological brain teaser thing. Filing cabinets. Okay, I get that. Office computers. Get that. Ooh. Games. Employee database. Oh, okay. I turned off the thing. And that one too. Okay. Well, I mean, since there aren't anyone using the computers, it should probably save power, which is a good idea. Oh, the telephone. No. And doors. Locked. Locked. And locked. And a piece of paper that says a short history of the rebellion between Florand and Austria-Hungary. A short history of the relations between Poland and Austria-Hungary. Holy shit, I am really surprised I got that one right. But that is what it says, I'm pretty sure. I'm not gonna read the small text though, because that's gonna be freaking impossible. So, what does this say? Button sounds. A selection of sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of keyboard stroke and a synthesized tone. Uh-huh. 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 Ah. Uh-huh. Ah. Make your own beat with the noises. They're definitely... I think I like number 1 the best. Yeah. Yeah, number 1 and number 5. Definitely the best sounds. Okay, there's more to explore. Credits. Good job, people. Still don't really know what you're intended with this game, except, you know, freak people out, mess with their minds, but I like it. And the boss's office. Screens from the development of the boss's office. Oh, so this is how it started out. Ah, the Counter-Strike box theme thing. I remember that, the good old days of Counter-Strike Source. I'm guessing that's how most of the game starts out. Actually, I think this must have been built in some sort of Valve. I'm not a big, you know, game creator fanatic. I tried, you know, playing with it sometimes, but I don't have the necessary skills or the knowledge to do it, and I take my hat off for people that do. But I'm guessing that Valve have some sort of, and don't just belittle me for this, because I really don't know. I'm guessing Valve has some sort of game engine where the layout starts out with these like box textures. You see the orange fireplace that is like made up of cardboard boxes, and the walls, and also the bookshelves are like traditional Counter-Strike Source bookshelves, and I'm guessing it's because it's made by Valve and they used it also in Half-Life and other games, so it's probably there where it was developed. And what's down here? What do we do? Go over here and check first? No, no, I'm just gonna go up here. Okay. So it's here, underground. An early version of the underground portion of the game. Escape, mind control facility, and employee lounge. And down we go.
They're throwing a surprise party for him.
Narration outtakes.
Does that sound plausible to you?
Kevin Brighting, the voice of the narrator, recorded dialogue for the entire game roughly 3 separate times over the 2 years of development. These are clips from early takes that were not used in the final game. That is creepy. Do not want to stay back and listen for that. Let's go upstairs and see what that has to offer. I feel like this is some kind of museum. If the Stanley Parable game became like a really big thing, defining or gaming culture and such, this should definitely be created in real life, this museum. I don't think it ever will be, but it's nice to have a virtual museum. Freedom Ending. This was the very first incarnation of the Freedom Ending in the game's alpha. And I remember we got some sort of Freedom Ending the previous episode of Stanley's Parable. Countdown desk. One of the desks from an early version of the Countdown Ending. Ah, I remember that. Kind of. And Freedom Ending. This is the Freedom Ending as it is existed in the beta. Still, that was not the one we got. Oh. And that's something. This is a torture chamber, monitor room, elevator. For a time, the elevator in the monitor room could go up or down, with freedom above and countdown below. We abandoned this when the player found it too difficult to remember what was up and what was down, and placed the 2 endings together instead. This tells you a lot about the game. Countdown room. That was the one we were in the previous episode. Holy shit, where are we actually in the museum? I'm just gonna go up here first. What do you have here? Game design mockup. Cool. I'm gonna stop reading all these signs because I don't think I'll be. Holy shit! This is huge. Okay. We're just gonna wander around a little bit, see if we can. What? Narrator emails from Pixel Sith. Dear narrator. Dear narrator, how do you stay in shape? Sincerely, Michael. Okay, I'm not gonna read all those. I do not have the time. Warzone. We designed an ending where Stanley would end up on a battlefield fighting aliens. What the fuck? The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build that it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpret it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. I guess that you don't want to give your players the feeling. Oh, okay, we're back. Great. Yeah, I guess you don't want to give your players the feeling that the game is making fun of something that they might enjoy. I can see that. The apartment timer. Oh, okay, what happens when it reaches 0? Nothing. Okay, it just rewinds itself to 15 seconds. Meeting room? I felt like this is actually pretty freaking boring. I'm really sorry. Did not mean for this to really happen. But then again, I did not know what to expect. Trailers. We ran 4 major teasers to it. Nope. I feel like this game would be really cool if Stanley had a gun too. Oh, exit. Here we go. Now, let's see what this brings us.
Oh, look at
What
these
the
two.
fuck, that's
How
creepy.
they wish to destroy one another.
On,
How they wish to
off.
control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Okay, so I have the choice of turning the Stanley Parable off, which I'm gonna try and do.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not.
No.
Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me.
Oh.
You can still save these two.
What?
You can stop the program before they both fail.
What?
Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now. It'll be the only true choice.
Wait, what?
Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time.
Oh, God. I think I get it. The only way you can actually win the game of the Stanley's Parable is by just quitting the game, which is a kind of fun twist, because whatever you do, there's still another thing you can do. I don't know. Okay, my mind is everywhere. I like the game in the sense the game is now paused. Resume the game. Resume the game. Okay, so this was an ending that killed us by the squishy squashy thing, and we had the freedom one, and there was a mind control one. I think that led to the freedom one, and I'm guessing that whatever you do, there's like some sort of twist to the thing. I don't know if it's infinite. I don't know if people have actually tried, playing all of the different endings. But I'm guessing that the main endings are like freedom or death. And those aren't really the true endings. The only true ending is just quitting the game, because then you don't play the game and you don't play the narrator's game, meaning that you win the game. That's just my theory. It could be very, very, very wrong. Could not be right at all, and I could have totally misunderstood the game. But then again, maybe that's what they want us to think, that we know what's actually going on, but we don't.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Wait, this
Stanley decided
is
to go
something
to
new.
the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
This is something new. This is a new room. We did what? Hey, wait, what? Did we go through here before? I'm confused. Okay, that opens. Welcome to the whiteboard ending. Okay. So there's another ending of a whiteboard ending. And that's locked. That's locked. That.
Stanley went
Locked.
around touching every little thing in the office,
Locked.
but it didn't make a
Locked.
single difference. Not
And
when
then there's
Stanley
the two
came
doors
to a
again.
set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
And that's what we did the previous time. But if we go right, then that'll start a whole different kind of scenario with all different multiple endings, twisting, turning, or going between and over and under each other. And that's what makes this game so complex. So there's always something new, which is cool. Hats off for the developers. Must have been a bitch of code. Sorry for my language, but then again, really must have. You know, getting all those. If the character does this, then this happens, and then this, and then this, and then, but if they did this, and then this, but then did that, then this and this and this and this happened. But if they did that, and 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 but that did this. That was an annoying round of sounds, but you catch my drift. This is interesting. I'd actually like to just try play Stanley Parable a couple of times more, just to see if is there any other endings or something we could explore besides that. But I'm gonna end this video here as to not make them too long, because I could just probably just move on and ramble and stay quiet and just explore stuff, and I don't think that's quite what the essence of the game really is. But you know, you take your time, you just try one ending, try another ending, think about that a little bit, try another. So I'm gonna end this video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you really enjoyed it, and I hope you'll be back for my next video that will hopefully be out soon. Hopefully, maybe this weekend or the start of the next week. Until then, bye 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 bye.